next topic. Final Fantasy Explorers hit. I don't know if either you intended on getting it or you cared about it or whatever, but it kind of came out to a lot of poor reviews. That's Final Fantasy Explorers has nothing to do with my topic. My topic is more, do you guys feel that how much credence do you put into reviews and how much do they affect your purchases before you buy something?
I would say I'm definitely influenced, like not necessarily influenced, but I use reviews as a guide, as a rough guide, like especially to begin with. Like I prefer video reviews for a start because you get to see the game in action as
Yes.
well as hearing someone talk about it. But I also, apart from reviews, I also like watching like let's players play a game, like or people previewing the game in some like streaming aspect or something, because you get more of a real feel about what the game's about.
Yeah.
And going back to Final Fantasy Explorers, I saw some preview video, like the first hour and a half of that game,
Mm-hmm.
and I sort of skimmed through the video, and like every few minutes that I skipped, like more than half the time you was in a menu or you was in a town talking to somebody, and like occasionally you'd be out on the field fighting monsters, but it just looked the same, and
Yeah.
just by like watching that alone just made me think that not really interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was before, like I thought maybe this would be a cool like online game to play with you or something, but
Yeah.
you know, like yeah, definitely I would definitely say reviews are very helpful though.
Yeah. What about you, Alan?
I used to be huge all the websites, and I kind of started to move away from it. I don't know about you, but I just kind of feel that the industry now is very insular. The press feel like an arm of each company, and we're just getting fed PR speak, and I don't like that. I want to kind of get an opinion. So folk like Angry Joe on YouTube, you know, all these kind of outlets for watching games is a better barometer for me of will I buy a game. And also, games that come out that are new with heavy online, I am steering clear of them day one. Unless it's a game I'm like, right, this is I'm buying anyway because I'm a huge like Call of Duty, all these ones. But
Yeah.
things like Battlefront, pretty much everything Ubisoft stick out nowadays, you need to give a good few weeks, month before you can even gauge it. I mean, I remember Titanfall was coming out to straight tens, and you know, that was kind of when I started to go, really? This game's only brand new. It's on a new console. You're giving it a straight 10. And then it was like 2-3 weeks down the line, you've got these same reviewers going, we're not really playing this anymore. It's not really got hook. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
you as an outlet gave that game a 10.
Yeah.
How do you justify a game getting a perfect score? Okay, it's not a perfect game, when you're now saying it doesn't have the hooks to or the legs to keep going. So I've kind of started sticking with YouTubers.
Yeah.
For me, that's how I do it.
Myself, I don't read reviews anymore. I used to be that person. I was that kid that when Nintendo Power came out, and that was just, as a kid, you don't even realize, like, that's just PR mind warp stuff. Like, they're just feeding you what they want you to know and all that stuff, and you're buying it, you're eating it up, you know what I mean? But, you know, like, Game Pro and Game Informer and all these different magazines that I used to read as a kid, and I would check the scores, and I would look at it, and the 9s and the 10s and the 8s, I would jump all over. The 5, the 6, the 7s, I'd probably pass. And then as I moved into digital, you know, and I started to pay attention to IGN and the Metacritic and all that stuff, like, I kind of now just ignore all that. I don't care what someone says about it. I don't care about the score. I have a handful of people that I trust, that I pay attention to what they say. So mine is more or less Per Schneider from IGN, Brian Altano from IGN. I listen to what TOBY says because he just because we have a lot of similar likes in gaming. I take, no offense, I take what Alan says with a grain of salt because we kind of have not because he doesn't have like good games. It's because our games are
You're tasting games.
Yes, what he likes and what I like are a little off. You know what I mean? Like, so if TOBY tells me like I really like this game, this is a really good game, I know I'm gonna like it. If Alan says it's a really good game, I don't know that I would like it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Just don't know if it's for me.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mark from the Warp Whistle. If Mark tells me it's a really good game, I jump on, I get it. Frank Clark, he's in the NVC group. Anytime Frankie tells me that he likes a game, I buy it because he's dead on with everything he tells me. I mean, I've never gone wrong. Frank has never come to me and said, get this game, and it's been trash. Like, I wanted to get Other M, and he's like, dude, don't do it. And I'm like, no, I want to get it, I want to try it. He's like, don't do it. It's a waste. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna, and I did. And I played it for a little bit, and it was all right. It's okay. It's trash. He told me not to buy my Vita. He screamed up and down, don't buy your Vita, don't buy your Vita, don't buy your Vita. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it. I bought it, played a little bit at the beginning, and it sits. I really don't play it a lot, and I'm glad I got it because I like to.
You know why you bought a Vita? You bought a Vita for Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That game had its hooks in you at that time.
It did. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. So
now it can be your remote play console.
Yeah, and that's basically what I use it for. I use it for if I want to remote play or something like that. Like, if I'm playing something I really like at home, I'll take it with me to work, and then on my lunch break, I'll dive back in and play it a little bit more. Or if I go to my mom's, Tony and my mom will start talking about planners, and I really don't want to be around that conversation, so I'll just start playing then.
I know
so that's.
We're kind of saying. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just thinking. I don't know about you. Reviews, obviously, I think we can all agree they have less of an impact. Are you? Unless you're really into it, do you find that you ignore previews more, or do you still kind of eat up what you get from those? Because I'm more of a I'm not trusting that. I'm going to wait for the full release.
Yeah.
I mean, the preview, I'll check it out because I want to see what it's about. But a lot of times, like, here's an example. Splatoon, prime example. Splatoon came out. I saw previews of it. I saw all this footage of it. And I was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to touch it. It's garbage. Don't want to be anywhere near it. And then as time went on, and I started seeing more and more and more, I was like, oh my God, this game is going to be awesome. And then when I finally demoed it, I was like, yes. And then when I played, and then when I got it, I fell in love with it. So there's games out there that are like that you see a preview and it's like, eh. And then as time goes on, the more you get, oh my God, my mind just went blank, absolutely blank. What's the space game? What's the space game you want, Alan?
There's so many.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. That's it.
That game is so annoying.
The more I see, the more I'm starting to go, maybe. Now, if they come out and they go, it's on VR, I don't want nothing to do with it because I'm not buying VR. But if
it's optional, if
it's optional, I'll get it and I'll try it. Absolutely, I'll get it and I'll play it, and I'm sure I'll like it because the more I'm starting to think about it, I'm starting to say, the more I'm seeing of it, the more I'm starting to go, okay, this isn't as bad. I think the problem is when they show you the stuff in the preview stage, it doesn't move off the preview stage for a very long time. So you start seeing the same stuff. Then when they start to show you the other stuff, then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of cool. So yeah, you just got to take previews with a grain of salt.
A big grain.
Yeah, absolutely.